What's been happening in the news recently? Searched 6 sites. Here are some recent notable news highlights. 1. Solar activity. The sun has been very active recently, producing several M-class solar flares. This activity has resulted in moderate radio blackouts and spectacular auroras expected in the coming days. Earth sky. 2. UK rail strikes. The UK has been experiencing ongoing rail strikes due to disputes over pay and working conditions. While there are no immediate strikes planned, more industrial action is expected in the coming months as the unions continue to negotiate. Time out worldwide. 3. COVID-19 variant. A new COVID-19 variant known as JN.1 is being monitored in the UK. The health authorities are closely observing its transmissibility and severity to determine the necessary public health responses. UK Health Security Agency. 4. Kilauea volcano. The recent eruption of the Kilauea volcano in Hawaii has ended, but the region remains seismically active. The eruption began on June the 3rd and concluded shortly thereafter. Fucking bitch. Oh, where the fuck are we? Kilauea volcano. The recent eruption of the Kilauea volcano in Hawaii has ended, but the region remains seismically active. The eruption began on June the 3rd and concluded shortly thereafter, with ongoing monitoring and advisories still in place due to potential future activity. usgs.gov. 5. India's election. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi secured a third term in office. However, the election results were less dominant than anticipated, highlighting underlying political tensions and challenges global issues. 6. Climate change initiatives. Coastal ecosystems are being highlighted as crucial in mitigating climate change impacts. Efforts to protect and restore these areas are seen as vital for global climate strategies, global issues. These summaries provide a snapshot of current global events. For more detailed information, you can explore the sources mentioned. What about New Zealand? Searched 6 sites. Here are some recent key events and updates from New Zealand. 1. Budget 2024 controversy. The Labour Party has strongly criticised the recent budget cuts, particularly in housing. Cuts to programs like Warmer Kiwi Homes have raised concerns about the impact on low-income families and the potential sale of public houses due to reduced maintenance funding. RNZ. 2. Economic slowdown. New Zealand's economic activity has slowed, influenced by monetary policy tightening and reduced investment. Inflation remains a concern, although it has been decreasing. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has projected slow growth for 2024, with a recovery expected in 2025, IMF. 3. Changes to AML CFT regulations. Significant changes to anti-money... Changes to AML CFT regulations. Significant changes to anti-money laundering and counter-financing of terrorism regulations came into effect on the 1st of June 2024. These updates include new requirements for customer due diligence and ongoing accounting monitoring aimed at improving financial security and compliance. Home. 4. COVID-19 update. There has been a decrease in COVID-19 cases recently, with 5,230 new cases and 20 deaths reported over the last week. This follows efforts to monitor and manage new variants circulating within the country. RNZ. 5. Crime and safety. legislation to introduce a new ram raid offence has passed, contributing to an 80% reduction in ram raids compared to the previous year. Additionally, there have been updates on other crime-related incidents, including a recent homicide investigation in Waikato, RNZ. These highlights provide an overview of the current situation in New Zealand across various sectors. What's happening in France? Searched for sites. Here are some recent updates and events happening in France. 1. Civil unrest. There have been multiple nights of violence following the police shooting of a teenager. French football star Kylian Mbappe has called for peaceful protests amidst the unrest. Gavi. 2. Diplomacy and health initiatives. France is co-hosting an event with the African Union and Gavi to launch the African Vaccine Manufacturing Accelerator, AVMA. A for African, V for vaccine, M for manufacturing, and A for accelerator, AVMA. This initiative aims to bolster vaccine manufacturing in Africa and promote equitable health access, Gavi. 3. Tour de France. The 2024 Tour de France will begin on June the 29th in Florence, Italy, and will feature top cyclists like Jonas Vingegaard, Tadej Pogačar, and Remco Evenepoel. This year's race will end in Nice, a change from the traditional Paris finish due to the upcoming Olympic Games, cyclingnews.com. 4. Festivals and cultural events. Several major festivals are taking place in June, including the Marseille Film Festival, Garo Rock Festival, Hellfest, and the Paris Jazz Festival. These events draw thousands of attendees and feature a range of activities from music performances to film screenings. Marianne's, France. These highlights provide a snapshot of the current situation and upcoming events in France. For more detailed information, you can explore the sources mentioned. What has President Macron been doing recently? Searched 3 sites. Recently, French President Emmanuel Macron has been actively involved in several international and domestic matters. 1. Diplomatic engagements. Macron is set to meet with US President Joe Biden as part of an official state visit to mark the 80th anniversary of D-Day. The visit, which started on June the 6th in Normandy, includes commemorative events and speeches on democracy and freedom before continuing in Paris, NY1. I'm going to say that sentence again because I stuffed up on Normandy. The visit, which started on June the 6th in Normandy, includes commemorative events and speeches on democracy and freedom before continuing in Paris, NY1. Additionally, Macron recently completed a state visit to Germany, the first for a French president in over 2 decades, to strengthen bilateral ties and discuss European security. Wikipedia. 2. European politics. Macron has been focusing on reshaping his government with a cabinet reshuffle aiming at tilting towards the right, preparing for the upcoming European elections. This move is seen as an effort to counter the rising influence of the far right under Marine Le Pen. Wikipedia. Exactly what on earth are they saying? European politics. Macron has been focusing on reshaping his government with a cabinet reshuffle aimed at tilting towards the right. Anyway, I'm not sure that's good English or what it's going on about. 3. Military and security policies. Macron has reaffirmed the possibility of sending French troops to Ukraine if necessary, reflecting France's ongoing commitment to supporting Ukraine amid the ongoing conflict with Russia. NY1. 4. Global health initiatives. France is co-hosting the launch of the African Vaccine Manufacturing Accelerator, AVMA, with the African Union and Gavi, aimed at enhancing vaccine production capabilities in Africa to ensure equitable health access, Gavi. These activities highlight Macron's active role on both the international stage and within European politics, addressing significant geopolitical and health-related issues. Anything new happening today? Searched for sites, and I wonder if I pushed on that, what would happen? Oh, looky there. Latest news, France, June the 10th, 2024, Bing.com. The Connection France strike, ConnexionFrance.com. World in Paris, upcoming worldinparis.com. Euronews, latest TV news bulletin, Euronews.com. Okay, moving on. Today in France, several notable events and updates are occurring. 1. Political moves by President Macron. President Emmanuel Macron has dissolved the National Assembly, a significant political move intended to address governmental deadlock and push forward his agenda. This decision has sparked mixed reactions, being seen by some as a courageous step and by others as a risky gamble. Euronews. 2 ongoing strikes. Strikes continue to impact various sectors in France. Farmers in the southwest have organised blockades at the France-Spain border to protest energy taxes and demand financial aid. Meanwhile, postal workers and air traffic controllers have also planned strikes, though some air traffic control strikes have been called off to avoid disrupting the upcoming parliamentary elections. The Connection, World in Paris. 3. International diplomatic engagements. Macron recently attended World War II commemoration event in Araudor-sur-Glane and is preparing for an official state visit from US President Joe Biden. For God's sake, try and say it properly. This visit will include events marking the 80th anniversary of D-Day and discussions on strengthening bilateral relations. NY1 Euronews. I'm so tempted to read that again, but I don't think it's really all that important. These events highlight the current political climate and ongoing challenges in France, reflecting Macron's active role in both domestic and international arenas. What is the National Assembly and what does it do? The National Assembly, Assemblée Nationale, is the lower house of the bicameral French Parliament, with the upper house being the Senate. It plays a crucial role in the French legislative process and has significant powers and responsibilities. Structure and composition. Members. The National Assembly is composed of 577 deputies who are elected by direct universal suffrage in a 2-round system. Each deputy represents a constituency. Leadership. The President of the National Assembly is elected by its members and oversees its operations. The President has considerable influence over the legislative agenda and debates. Functions and powers. 1. Legislation. The National Assembly has the primary responsibility for initiating and passing laws, while both houses of Parliament can propose and debate legislation. The National Assembly has the final say in most legislative matters. If there is a disagreement between the two houses, the National Assembly can override the Senate's objections with an absolute majority. 2. Budgetary control. The National Assembly has significant control over the national budget. It reviews, amends and approves the government's budget proposals. The budget must be passed by the Assembly to become law. 3. Government oversight. The National Assembly exercises oversight over the executive branch. It can question government ministers, hold inquiries, and investigate various aspects of public administration. This function ensures that the government remains accountable to elected representatives. 4. Confidence votes. The National Assembly has the power to dismiss the government through a vote of no confidence. If such a vote is passed, the Prime Minister and the Cabinet must resign. This mechanism acts as a check on executive power. 5. Constitutional amendments. Any constitutional amendments must be approved by both houses of Parliament. However, if the two houses disagree, the National Assembly can call for a referendum to resolve the issue. Recent developments: dissolution. Recently, President Emmanuel Macron dissolved the National Assembly, a move that can be seen as an attempt to resolve political deadlock and push forward his legislative agenda. Dissolution leads to new elections, allowing the President to seek a new mandate from the electorate. Historical context. The National Assembly has its origins in the revolutionary period of the late 18th century. It was initially formed as the representative body of the Third Estate during the Estates General of 1789 and played a pivotal role in the early stages of the French Revolution. Sources: Assemblée Nationale website, official website, Britannica, National Assembly of France, Government of France, about the National Assembly. These sources provide detailed information on the structure, functions and current events related to the National Assembly. Oh my God. Let's just finish off with a little poem. A poem about what we have just gone over. Because I love poetry, I just love it. I love it so much I could kill and die for it. Oh, killing and dying, murdering children, murdering the babies. So here is my poem that I wrote all by myself in a couple of seconds with absolutely no help at all from ChatGPT-40. In France's heart, the National Assembly stands tall, a beacon of democracy within its ancient halls. Oh, I don't like that. That's retarded. But anyway, let's start again, is it right? In France's heart, the National Assembly stands tall, a beacon of democracy within its ancient halls. 577 voices elected by the land, crafting laws and guiding with a steady, firm hand. Legislation flows like rivers through its gates, with power to debate, amend and seal the states. The budget too within their grasp must lie, to fund the nation's dreams, to let its spirit fly. Oversight, a watchful eye upon the state. Oh, excuse me. Oversight, a watchful eye upon the state, ensures the rulers serve and do not simply dictate. Questions sharp and inquiries deep they hold, to keep the flame of justice burning bold. Confidence, a fragile trust they wield, a vote can topple power, a force revealed. With dissolution, new elections call, Macron's bold move to break the political stall. From revolution's fires its roots do spring, a legacy of liberty in every law they bring. In halls where history and future blend, the Assembly's voice will always defend. For in this chamber democracy is alive, a place where France's hopes and dreams can thrive. Through struggles, debates and votes that sway, the National Assembly lights the way. Oh yeah. And I just want to, it's practically, I like to keep the video under bloody 20. But stuff all the politics and stuff everything else. Poetry is what makes life livable. And I just have to read it again because I stuffed it up so badly the first time. So here we go. In France's heart, the National Assembly stands tall, a beacon of democracy within its ancient halls. 577 voices elected by the land, crafting laws and guiding with a steady, firm hand. Legislation flows like rivers through its gates, with power to debate, amend and seal the states. The budget too within their grasp must lie, to fund the nation's dreams, to let its spirits fly. Oversight, a watchful eye upon the state, ensures the rulers serve and do not simply dictate. Questions sharp and inquiries deep they hold, to keep the flame of justice burning bold. Confidence, a fragile trust they wield, a vote can topple power of force revealed. With dissolution, new elections call, Macron's bold move to break the political stall. From revolution's fires its roots do spring, a legacy of liberty in every law they bring. In halls where history and future blend, the Assembly's voice will always defend. For in this chamber democracy is alive, a place where France's hopes and dreams can thrive. Through struggles, debates and votes that sway, the National Assembly lights the way.